Good morning and welcome to Friday's Early Morning Intuitive Guidance. Yes, we made it to Friday. Yay us. So, hope you're all having a good start to your day. Yesterday, spent some time with my daughter, which was lovely. We were both tired, so we paced it very slowly. And as I was saying goodbye to her, I realized I found one thing. We were thrifting. A garden paver about yay big for $4, and she found one thing, a little basket for $1. So we did not stimulate the economy very much yesterday, but we had fun and it was wonderful seeing her, so that was good. So, and here we are to Friday, so I have my weekly call with my friend Bobby, where we exchange services to move ourselves forward, uplift our vibration. Good morning, Abigail. Glad you are here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You're the first one on today. And for once, the counter is up to snuff. It says 1. We'll see how long that lasts. And good morning, good morning. Thank you for the lovelies. And then I have a meeting with a woman who is working to build affordable housing for the Hmong community here in Appleton. So we're going to spend some time together. Good morning, Catherine. Welcome. You are the second person here today. And my little counter is keeping up today. I'm so proud of it. We'll see how long it lasts because, yeah. Good morning, Cindy. Good morning, good morning. Hopefully you're a little warmer today. We are starting out at -1 without the wind chill. But tomorrow, you ready for this? We're supposed to get up to 31 degrees, almost above freezing, almost. Yeah, good morning, Gwen. Glad you're here. Hope you're staying warm. So today's card is interesting, very interesting. And coming on the heels of, good morning, Carolyn, welcome. Coming on the heels of yesterday's breath work that I do for the Episcopal Diocese of Northern Michigan every week. We watched a very interesting video by, what was her name? Jackie Lewis. She's a minister. 22, onto a heat wave. Fabulous. Good, good, good. And we were talking about the state of things right now. And so today when I pulled this card, I thought, well, isn't this interesting? And you know how we've been talking about all of the stuff that is tearing things down, being in service of change, breaking up calcified systems, etc. Ooh, the 40s. Rockin', girl. That's good. Yeah, tomorrow 31 here. So I'm looking forward to that. I think that will make the bulk of the snow disappear. The bulk. It's barely covering the grass. Whatever. When I was a kid, here we go with the kid stories. When I was a kid, everyone had little orange balls on their aerials on their cars so that you could see them over the snowbanks. Good morning, Lisa. I haven't seen you in a while. Glad you're here. Glad you're here. So I'm going to say with this card, I already know that different people are going to process this card differently. Isn't that wonderful? Isn't that wonderful? Take from it what you need. Process it the way that helps you. Good morning, Maureen. Glad you're here. But know that I'm aware that this is one of those cards that is likely to be processed very differently by different people given their beliefs. So, Earth Magic deck by Stephen D. Farmer. And I'm going to show you Mother Earth there. There she is with all of her creatures. And she's looking a little bit at us. Understandably so. Understandably so. And, yeah, let's just go with that much. We'll see where it takes us. First, the breath. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. One more. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. All right. So, ready to receive whatever you're meant to receive from this particular card. Volcano. Volatility. And one thing I want you to notice, I've had this card deck for probably 2 years now. I never noticed this. See the face here? The upturned face? Female? Let me move it a little closer. I never saw that before. It's like, wow, isn't that cool? So there's the image. Volatility is the word. Pele is the goddess who lives on the big island of Hawaii, dwelling there in the craters of the active volcano Kilauea. She's considered passionate, volatile, and capricious, and is perhaps the best known of the panoply of Hawaiian deities. Since 1983, she has been sending ribbons of lava down the mountainside and into the sea, thereby creating new land. So notice, out of destruction, seeming destruction, is coming some creation. In this image, we see her subtle visage in the spewing fire of the volcano. In ancient Hawaiian chants, Pele is described as she who shapes the sacred land. She who shapes the sacred land. And it's from this magnificent and powerful goddess being and her periodic eruptions that new earth is formed as the resulting lava merges with her sister, the goddess of the sea. Now this one I'm gonna butcher really well. Ready? Namakohai. Namakohai. Yep, that's as good as I can do for you. Sorry. The volatile and unpredictable nature of volcanic eruptions is widely known. And in spite of science's efforts at forecasting these blow-ups, they sometimes happen without warning. Things that make you go, Whether the eruptions are slow and steady or violent and explosive, it's an unstoppable force, and one very dramatic way nature changes and shapes the land. So this is the part that's speaking to us. This is a particularly volatile time for you. Unexpected changes, sometimes quite sudden and dramatic, are occurring in ways that you have absolutely no control over. These occurrences may be so powerful as to shake up what you formerly thought of as the foundations of your security. They may even cause you to reassess the direction your life is taking, to question some of your relationships, or to reevaluate the work you have chosen. Although these events may rock your world, know that Spirit is the guiding force behind them. It is a matter of finding your trust that life knows what it is doing in the midst of these storms of change. It also requires you to make adjustments quickly and to not cling to what was, but instead move forward and welcome with your arms wide open what is yet to come, all from a place of being present in this moment. You truly have nothing to fear. Now, on the call that we had last night, the Zoom call for meditation, many were talking about working to find their place of safety and security in all the upheaval, to not step into fear. And quite a few of them brought up Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Or was that on the previous call? That might have been on previous. I had quite the calls yesterday. Anywho, the idea that and I don't think most of us are wired to take it as far as Joan of Arc did, but when asked if she was afraid about to be burned at the stake, she said, "No, I was born for this. I was born for this." If we go with the Carolyn Meese idea, sacred contracts, we've chosen to be here right now. We've chosen to be here. So what might it be that is our role in what's going on right now? I watched and then listened to an NPR interview with her, the bishop, the Episcopal bishop, who spoke directly to Donald Trump and was appealing to him for humanity. And she has come under criticism, and she's also come under praise for taking the steps she did. I suspect that at the end of her life, she will view that as one of her crowning moments, where she chose to do something which in her mind I don't think was radical, but in our times seems to be radical because people aren't speaking out as clearly as would be good for them to do. So I just thought it was so interesting and watching the varying reactions to things. I think you can understand people well when you pay attention to how do they respond to things or react. Sometimes it's reaction as opposed to response. But it teaches us who someone is when we pay attention to how they manage certain situations. Volatility, again, in this case, Mother Earth. Mother Earth, I think some of what is going on, certainly we attribute things to climate change. I also wonder if Mother Earth is kind of getting sick of humanity and the stupid shit we pull and is shaking us off a little bit. Kind of like the big old dog that has the puppy bouncing all over it and finally just goes whack. So, although these events may rock your world, know that spirit is the guiding force behind them. It is a matter of finding your trust that life knows what it is doing in the midst of these storms of change. I've called it the belches, wheezes, and coughs. This change process, this up-leveling, yes, exactly. And the same with the fires that are happening. I've had 2 people I know out there talking about how they've been sick since because of the poor air quality. This stuff, I mean, in Wisconsin for a couple of years, we've had bouts where the fires in Canada mess up our air. So yes, and again, it kind of speaks to that piece of the butterfly flaps its wings in one place and a hurricane gets set off somewhere else. All of these things impact all other things. We're all connected. So we might like to say, the one that I typically use as an example is, we cut down the hardwoods and we replant with softwoods. A tree's a tree. No, a tree is not a tree. It impacts everything when we've done something like that. But I also love the images of people who have taken clear-cut areas, and it's usually individuals. It's not corporations that do this stuff, that repair the damage that's been done. And that's an interesting one also. I've been railing lately about the oil spill in Wisconsin, that how many of you have not even heard that we had an oil spill in Wisconsin recently? Right. They do a great job of hushing this shit up. Anywho, you don't just clean that stuff up. And the company, Enbridge, who's responsible for the spill, I'm sure will do what they've done previously, which is, how can we hide this? They've been known to plant grass on mesh over the top of spills, so it looks all green and lush, but you put a shovel into it, and out it comes. So, again, and those of you, I'm just going to do my pitch again for the Line 5 stuff. Dana Nessel, from Michigan, was I think it's Monday. I believe it's Monday. They will be in court with Enbridge addressing these issues. So I'm actually joining a watch party. I have some things that I have to do around it, but I'm hoping I can catch at least a half hour of the watch party for how this process moves through the Michigan courts. It had bounced to federal court bounced it back to Michigan, and I'm interested to see how this unfolds. So, yeah, particularly volatile time. And how do we take good care of ourselves during particularly volatile times? What do? First thing, let's breathe. In through the nose, out through the mouth. We need to continue to breathe. In through the nose, out through the mouth. We need to calm our nervous systems. In through the nose, out through the mouth. That can be taking a walk. That can be doing some yoga. That can be meditation, a warm cup of tea, a nice Epsom salt bath, things that you do to calm your soul. What do you do that ratchets everything down? Good morning, Bobby. I'll be chatting with you shortly. How do we stay in a state? You're watching the Enbridge stuff too. Fabulous. I've got the signs in my front yard. To me, it is a big, hairy deal. And I don't want it to become another one of those things where I just read this really interesting thing about this also, lamentation. We don't want to be at the point where we're lamenting again, yet again, what we didn't do timely. Oh, we let that go a little too long. Oh, we didn't pay attention to the signs. Oh, we didn't hear the prophets saying, this is what this is. This is the wolf in sheep's clothing. We need to be listening. So for those of you who haven't watched the Brian McLaren transformative lamentation thing, please do. So it's on I think it's on both of my pages, my empowerment page and my personal page. But 6 minutes of amazing mysticism right there. Yes, breathing in, inspired. And when we're inspired and that little knock comes and says, do this, say this, be this, find this, join this, listen, 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 listen. What is the still inner voice calling for you to do? Way too easy for most of us to stay in complacency. And when we're in complacency, that's when things run amok. When we see something that needs addressing, we need to address it, bring it up. So I've been writing letters to senators. I've been making comments on public forums, etc. I've been attending the Oil and Water Don't Mix events and the Flow for Love of Water events. Water is the bottom line of all this. The meditation, this is on Exploring the Prophetic Path is the website. It's for Father Richard Rohr's new book. And you go to the part where it's called, I think that it does say Exploring the Prophetic Path. There's a button that says Show More. And then it shows thumbnails of a bunch of theologians sharing information. One of which, thank you, one of which is Brian McLaren, and his is called Transformative Lamentation. And it's totally speaking to our times. Yes, it's speaking to biblical times also, but it's totally speaking to our times. So, I think that's it for today. Have an awesome day. We'll see you again tomorrow. Remember, you are capable of far more than you think you are, including acting on what you're called to act on. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.